I feel smaller for some reason. Is that normal? How I normally have it? I don't know. Hey guys, welcome to a brand new video. In this video I'm going to go over a couple of things I wish I had done when I first opened my Etsy shop. As a small business owner, I just wanted to share with you guys things that make more sense to me now than not thinking about it at all when I first started. And hopefully it will help you guys out. And if you guys have any ideas, please put them in the comments down below and I would love to check them out, and I reply to every single comment, so hi. When I started my Etsy shop, the first thing I did was when it said automatically renew your things, it's gonna cost 20p, I thought that it meant it's gonna cost me 20p extra to have it automatically renewed. Not the case. However, when I did start doing that automatically, it created a problem. So right now I've literally just gone through every single one of my listings and put them in to be manual renewal. Why would I do this when Etsy can do it themselves? Simple answer is I am constantly learning new things and growing and changing the way my shop looks and the descriptions that go inside, all of that kind of stuff. Especially when you're starting out, you notice what works, what doesn't. Putting your listings for manual renewal, it's really hard to say those two words together. Manual renewal. I forgot what I was saying now. Whereas if you do put your things on manual renewal, it does give you the chance every single month to look over your product, see how much is sold, and if nothing has sold, maybe you can look through, look at your photos, look at your description, your tags, all of that kind of stuff, and do a bit more research on it and see what works best, and then put it up for another month, see if it sells better. Maybe it's just a product that just isn't good at selling anyway, or maybe you still need to change things. So having it on manual renewal means that you get the chance every month to go through all of your listings. But to stop it being so much work, make sure that when you do add items to your shop, add them in separate. Don't get a bunch of products and just add them to your Etsy. Even if you put most of them as drafts and then every single day add a new product, this might also help your products get noticed, because Etsy, in my opinion, is kind of like a social media platform. You have to post something every day to keep your posts going, if that makes sense, and to boost your content. So doing it this way would also help boost your products in getting shown, telling Etsy that you're still working and putting new things out there. Etsy's like, okay, we're gonna keep boosting, you know what I'm saying? But this way you don't get every month like a bulk load of items that you've got to go through, review, and you can just do like a couple a day, even if you're just like before you go to bed. Well, not before because of screen time, but while you're just chilling in the evening, you could just go on there, look at your draft or expired items and just have a look. So try not to put too many in at once and make sure you have them for manual renewal. The second thing I want to talk about, now I didn't do this until a couple of months ago, where I put my Etsy shop for the Etsy Premium plan. Now even though I only did it a couple of months ago, I still want to give my opinion on it. The plan didn't make any sense to me because when I was adding it up anyway, you were paying more money for less. And the reason why they've done this is you can pay like an extra £2 to have your shop look a certain way and be unique. However, if so many people have the plan anyway, then nothing is actually unique about it, and it doesn't change the way people shop. I don't know about you, but when I shop on Etsy, I literally go on my phone and I search in the item I want and I see what comes up. It's very rare that I go onto someone's shop unless I'm looking at what other things they buy, or if I really like an item, I want to see if they have other colours or versions of it, then I'll go into their shop. But other than that, I don't actually go into their main shop profile. So that £2 already that you're paying extra was a huge waste. But I would personally put off doing that unless you specifically want to in the future, and or maybe they'll do a better plan in the future where actually you save a little bit of money, and I think that would be perfect. The next thing I did when I very first started, I was printing out all of the labels, cutting them, sticking them with tape. And as much as this is okay if you get like 4 orders a month when you very first start out, make sure that when you very first start out, you already start saving for a thermal label printer. It saves so much time and so much money. But to go along with that, if you are in the UK, I also recommend doing the Royal Mail click and drop. Then maybe when you get a lot more parcels, you can go onto the Royal Mail business package thing they've got going on. I'm not quite there yet. Well, I technically am, but I don't really want to put in the hassle for it yet. But Royal Mail click and drop is so easy. You take it to the post office, you still have to wait for the receipts, which is a bit of a bummer. However, you don't have to wait their hours while they type up all the addresses from your parcels and put it in. So do those 2 things. Buy a thermal label printer as quickly as possible. I will link my stuff down below, by the way. And join Royal Mail click and drop if you're in the UK. There is no minimum requirement for the Royal Mail click and drop, and you would save about, I think it's 20p depending on like the parcels, so you do technically save money, although we both know that our customers are the ones saving money because they're the one paying postage. But still, it's a great incentive to make your shop look lower cost. So the next thing is to do with receipts. When you go to a post office, you get a receipt for your parcel. When you go to a post box, you just post it in and you get nothing back. I wouldn't recommend doing this at all. I would recommend going to the post office, even if it means once a week you have to get the bus, but it's worth doing it. This is because if someone buys a product and they don't know where the item is, you can send a picture of your receipt proving that you have sent it off, and they either just have to wait for it to be returned back to you or to be delivered. But that way you have some proof to show that you did send a parcel. And it could be a letter as well, it doesn't have to be a parcel. The other thing, the special part about receipts, even if you send something as second class, there is a barcode. Okay, so if you look at your receipt, there'll be a building name or number, first line of address, postcode, destination, then underneath that there will be a barcode. This barcode is not only used for tracked parcels, but also even with second class items, if you put it in as a tracking number, because that's what it is, you can see if your parcel has been marked as returned. So basically, if it hasn't gone to the deliverer or they haven't collected it, that kind of thing, you can now know whether that parcel is being returned or if it's still being delivered. However, you don't know if it has been delivered unless you buy tracked. So while we're on the subject of receipts, I would like to introduce you to my rainbow binder. This is my binder where I keep all of my receipts. So you need receipts anyway to show for tax, just in case, you never know, and maybe you're on universal credit like me, and that's what I use it for. So in each pocket I've got a date. You can see the stickers on some of them. I've got dates, and basically these are every single month. No, May 2020 is when this binder started, so I have got another one. And basically in 2 years' time, after, you know, this has been filled, I can start every month taking it out and reusing the binder, because I'm pretty sure, double check though, I'm pretty sure it's after every 2 years you're unlikely to get a check from anyone, so you can just throw it away. That saying, a lot of our receipts now are also online, so I do have my online receipts that I don't put in here. These are more receipts that I get from parcels, the post office, which is my 90% fulfillment. So even if I did have someone come, I could still prove that I have purchased these things because they will be on my bank details. Talking about banks, When I first started, I did not see the point in getting another bank account. One, because I didn't know how my business was going to go, and two, because it kind of started off as a hobby. You know, it was more of a hobby that I would sell and see if it even turned into a business. And the other thing is, I was okay with spending a lot of time picking out what I spent on my business and what I spent on personal and separating it all basically for my universal credit and tax. However, this got annoying and very difficult. So I would just do it straight away. If it doesn't cost you anything, do it straight away. You might as well, and then you can have a business bank account. The problem I have currently is that I have my business bank account that has an overdraft on it because I went in minus to get items for my business. So I have about now a £700 overdraft that I need to pay off. It was £1,000, so I have gone down, and I've always said to myself I would never go more than £1,000 because I don't want to get myself in debt, and it was just to help. So I am going to be paying that off for quite a while. But because I've got that on there, any money that I put in, it eats up. So I still have to use my personal account to buy everything. However, when that account has finally finished, every single payment that goes through that specific account, I know is going to be for my business only. Because that means when I do have to write down my universal credit, I can just go through that account. And I know every single thing in there is what I need to write down. It also makes you feel a little more professional. Now, how I did it is, my normal account is a Lloyds account, and what I did was, I'm pretty sure I just did it on my phone over the app, is I created a new account, but it was a standard account. It wasn't anything special. It wasn't like a business account. I didn't class it as that because I'm pretty sure you have to pay for those, and I don't know why, but a standard account is pretty fine. As long as you can make it yours and you report that that's the account you use now, that kind of stuff, it's fine. But I will say, if you do want to pay for something but you kind of need an overdraft for it, see if you can use the PayPal Pay in 3. I have found this to be so handy. What I do is I pay for an item, I'll pay the first third of it. Now if you miss any payments, it is going to charge you. So what I do is, if I get paid beforehand that I don't need to spend anywhere else, I'll pay it off the second part as quickly as possible. And a lot of the times I will pay it off within the same month rather than over 3 months that it allows you to. It helps build up credit score, but also a lot of the time I don't have the full amount in one day. Sometimes it is a case of it's every week I might have the full amount, and I can't wait for it, or I don't want to, so I'll be like, okay, I'll just do the PayPal Pay in 3. The only thing is, you can only have one PayPal Pay in 3 open at a time. You can't have like multiple things in at the same time. One thing at a time. So you have to make sure you think forward before going through PayPal Pay in 3. So if you watched one of my last videos, I will have it up here, but basically I talked about how to make more money from your small shop, and I went from £1,000 in minus to £160 profit, and this is for small businesses, so people that are still starting out kind of thing and maybe have just got the gist or need a bit more help. But I do say in that video, my biggest thing, the biggest mistake that I ever made was impulse buying. I have ADHD. It was very hard. As well as getting too excited. So a lot of it, even though there was impulse buying involved, there were a lot of things where I would do a drawing and I would be like so proud of myself and I would love it so much that I would then buy stock from it. And in the end, the stock doesn't sell. One, because I didn't ask any of my followings if they would like it, because those are the people that are going to be buying, not me. I'm not buying my own products. But also, a couple of weeks later, when I'm not so hyped up that I did it, I would look back on it and be like, actually, it's not actually that great, actually. So a lot of the times now, I will look at a product, I will like it, then I will wait a week maybe before I buy anything from it. But in that week, I will share it on social media. even if I have to share every day the same thing, I will keep asking people, would they buy it? Do they like it? That kind of stuff. Because I need to know, because I'm not the one buying it, they are. So their opinion is the most important. It doesn't matter how much you like it. It matters how much they like it. And they're following you for a reason. They either like your content or they're gonna buy. And sometimes it's a case of they like your content so much that one day they just buy. I am stuck with a lot of dead stock, and that is not good. So don't impulse buy. Have people look at it. It's really hard. I'm autistic as well, so when people ask me a question, I'm brutally honest about it, but in the nicest way possible. However, a lot of other people don't do that. A lot of other people, so when I ask my mum, oh, do you like it? She's like, oh yeah, it's really cute. But actually it's not. Mum, why did you lie to me? I just bought this and now I know it's rubbish. And she was like, yeah, but I didn't want to hurt your feelings. Hurt my feelings! So it's really hard. You want to tell friends and family, and you want to ask them if they would like it. They would say yes, because they love you. It's so unhelpful. As much as you love them, do not ask your friends or family your opinion. Ask a complete stranger. Okay, so the next mistake I made was, not only did I impulse buy stock, I bought things, or I would make things and do things, and then I would not put them in my shop. You want to know why? The description, the pictures, and the editing is the worst part about any business. I hate it. I hate it. I love my products afterwards and I love how it looks, but I hate the process. It's boring, it's tiring, and it's rubbish. So another reason why you should do a couple a day, not loads. And a week goes by, it's still on my desk, and I think, I'll just tidy it away, because I'm not going to do the photos right now. I'm not going to do the editing right now. 10 months later, you haven't even got it in your shop. I have so many items in my room that I haven't... I'm going to take you. Come here. Okay. This isn't even all of them. I have like 500 of 10-ish different prints. And they are really cute prints. Don't get me wrong. Like, they're cute. It's an art print. It's got this massive thing on the back, which I shouldn't have done. And it's cute, okay? I've had this for maybe last year, 2020. It's not in my shop. These, I had these on Kickstarter. I messed it up, so I had to put my own money towards it. Haven't got them in my shop yet. This I have in my shop, but no one's buying, and I don't know why, because I love it. And even though it's been weeks since I designed it, I still love it. So if you like Strawberry Cow stuff, go buy it, and I'll give you a discount code. I have all of these planners that I don't fully like anymore. I mean, they're okay, but because I impulse bought, I don't like them now. Like, this background I had used to be my kind of like logo background. It was like the pastel pinks, blues and yellows. Same with my old business card, pastel, pink, blues and yellows. But on here, I don't like it. It's rubbish. I hate it, even. I mean, it's a good notepad, but none of them have sold. What else am I angry at? These necklaces, I've sold like 2. I think they're cute. I even put them, they're lower in price now, they're £5. Bunch of different animals, which I think are really pretty. But they're just not selling. But my photos are terrible for those, so that'll be why. I have a bunch of stickers, okay? And some of them are just genuinely really cute. Okay? But they're not selling. I don't know why. I don't know if it's a description or what. But like, this is adorable, and I have it in keychain version because I thought it was super adorable. Now, I haven't shared any of this kind of stuff on social media, so I don't think, you know, it's not doing well, maybe because of that. See this on my shelf? This giant collection of things in baskets. I've got loads, hundreds. I haven't even got them in my shop. I'm going to run out of room just because I keep hoarding everything. So the next thing that I would recommend is stop hoarding. Yeah, I know you're doing it because I did it. And I know you're hoarding. And if you're not, then it's just me who has a problem. But we're going to ignore that, like the products in my shop, okay? I used to have a giant box down here filled of packing peanuts, tissue paper, stuffing, boxes, and these weren't even like, you know, the nice stuff. This was stuff where I had bought something from someone and I'm recycling it, and that's great when you're starting off because it's lower cost. But because I got so excited about making my own brand, I brought letters, bubble mailers, boxes, everything, to the point that I was just holding it there, and every single day I would think to myself, well, I might need to use it, or what if my stuff runs out, or I could use it, or I'll end up doing something, I'll package everything, pack it all, and then I'll go, oh, I should have used that. Eventually, I was like, right, I'm just throwing it out in the tip. So stop hoarding, okay? Even stock you're not selling, stop hoarding it. If it's been quite a few months, like maybe 6 months, and you've given it a go and it's just not selling it, you keep trying, right? Maybe even a year, give it a year. At that point, that's when you go, you get your basket, I'll get my basket. It's my tub of freebies. Yep. I know it's a waste of money, and I know that, but that's what you get for buying silly stock because you were impulse buying Yasmin. I'm talking to myself, okay? I love you guys. Or sometimes I'll put imperfect things in here. So, for example, these notepads, they're not great. I was practicing with things, you know, practicing making notebooks, sorry. So these are in my freebie pile. I've got, when I had my fursuit business, because I got into the hobby of that at one point, I brought a huge ton of badges, and by the way, there's a big thing at the moment, badges don't sell unless you're specifically a badge shop kind of thing, but just go for enamel pins, they sell much better, but badges don't sell. And I had these as my brand. They were expensive, I don't know why I did it, because I was adding these as freebies anyway. When I practiced in hobby of resin, nothing sold, so now it's in my freebie box. I really love this one. I feel like if any was gonna sell, it should have been this one. I bought like a bunch of these, and they have like different animals, and they're really cute, and I was gonna have these as phone charms and stuff, except I ordered the wrong ones. I didn't order the ones with loops, I ordered them without loops, and I can't physically put the loops in, so these were a complete waste. Like, I have nothing for them. These are rubbish, right? I got these made. They're literally a picture of skates. They're just a picture of like an actual roller skate, not like a drawn version or anything. They're not even cute. They're just rubbish. So these, every single one in my freebie box. And you know why your freebie box is actually really good? Because when people order from you and they get something free, all they think is, oh my gosh, they've given me some extra things. Oh, that's so nice of them. I'll tell my friends, oh, you get freebies when you order from them. That kind of stuff. But also, thank you for ordering from me, so you deserve something, you know? Now, the next thing I recommend having, however, I have not actually sold any of them. But basically, if you have items that you are not ready to give as freebies, but you want to get rid of because the stock, you're at your last end, some people have bought some and now not many people are buying them anymore, get mystery bag options on your shop, so that way people can buy things and they'll get some mystery items for a lower price for them, but you kind of get rid of stock whilst making a little bit money. I mean, it won't be the same amount as just selling the items. However, it does help to get stock out of your door. I have a huge amount made up already. I would recommend not making them up beforehand because I haven't sold any, and that way if you just don't sell any, then you know you haven't wasted a huge ton of packaging and it's not just gonna sit there but with more stuff like the packaging you paid for. Anyway, if you guys want to know some more things, I will definitely do another one of these in the future, maybe when I've learned more about my business, move forward, or have some other things to say. I definitely will. But if you did like this video, please leave a like and please subscribe. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers. Please help. Love you. See you guys next time. Bye.